see. Hello, Pathfinders. Alright, chat's up and running. We're good to go. We are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Alright. I came back from visiting my bro in the hospital. He's not doing good. I don't know what to say. He ain't doing good. Alright, but people don't tune into the stream about my personal drama. Let's see. Last we left off. Oh yeah, I went into a Illusionera. Yeah, that's it. Went into Illusionera. I'm apparently trying to get in touch with Nocticula by making a name for myself. Okay. Now, let's see, we just finished getting out of the Batlook Tavern. Let's travel through the rest of this map. I think to the south. I'm gonna try to get through. Oh, wait, here we go. Guards. What do we do? Go to senior guards, yes. Okay. The demon looks bored out of his wits. He shifts his attention to you and barks. What do you want? The guard takes a close look at Arushale and flashes an interested grin. Your face is familiar. Have we met before? Suddenly recognition dawns on him. Arushale, is that you? They said you defected to the Crusaders, but I always said a rabid bitch like you would never deal with goody mortal scum. Welcome home. Illusionera's missed you and your wild escapades. Arushale purses her lips and turns away, not deigning to answer. Her face grows deathly pale, and there is despair in her eyes. I want to go through. The demon sucks his teeth and replies, his voice tinged with lazy menace. No can do. This quarter is where decent people live. When they want to dismember someone, they can go to the lower city. We're standing here so they won't be bothered by riffraff that wants to dismember them. Believe me, you don't want to go there. The slave traders have magic collars that fasten themselves around the necks of chancers like such as yourself and drag them straight to the cages. Intimidate. Out of my way, scum. I just need a 9. Alright. What I get? 16. Sweet. The demon seems to have shrunk and lost most of his bluster. I don't care what Nocticulus says. I'd rather live to see another day. Come on, hurry on through while I just happen to be looking the other way. And there we go. Babao. Ouch. Alright guys, that's enough. I get it. It won't happen again. Just not my eyes. Not my eyes. Move your hands, Scum. Or we'll break the other one too. I said move it. A group of demons laughing with glee is kicking a skinny Babao curled up on the ground. Not your eyes? Fuck. Yeah, it's a type of demon. Not your eyes? Fine then, your belly. Have some of this. What are you doing? You're hurting him. Ember dashes toward the demon laid out on the ground, shielding him from the blows. Stop! Why are you doing this to him? Huh? Who's that? The demons goggle at the girl. I'm just a mortal. Weak and silly. Compared to you, I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone. But you'd better listen to what I tell you because I've lived more than you have. Ember, don't embarrass yourself. Ember, you're only 100 years old. By demon standards, you were born yesterday. You have lived longer than they have. Where are you going to face the hints? Now, listen to her carefully. This might be the most important thing you hear in your entire lives. Yeah, right. We've always dreamed of listening to what a charred piece of meat has to say. The demon draws close to the girl and looks her over with contempt. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends. Those I can protect. Those who are glad to see me. There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you? Beating, biting, fearing, hating each other. Are you really that happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I've lived a lot, but you've spent centuries and centuries without really living. Bah, this mortal brat, this lump of meat is going to preach to us? The demon gives a predatory sniff, bends down, and shows his mouth filled with sharp teeth. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Ember looks at him serenely. She reaches out and strokes his horned head with her burned palm. Poor thing, you're so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering, but is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch. There is a combination of surprise and terror on his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember. Their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It is clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl who shows no fear, but at the same time they see no obvious threat. Alright, Ember, this demon is wounded. Words are all well and good, but let's help him. Oh, you're right. How embarrassing. There. Ember whispers a spell and the demon's wounds heal.
Yes.
The Babao jumps up and runs away from Ember and the demons who are beating him. Screw you, I owe you nothing. Of course you don't. Ember smiles serenely. I helped you for no reason, just because I wanted to. I hope you'll be alright. For no reason? You're stupid. No one does anything without a reason. She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us something. Some magic potions or herbs. Come on, show us. What do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're free. Freer than anyone in the world. But you use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. Ember keeps preaching. The demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood anything? If anyone in the world can convince a demon to repent, it's you. Thank you, but it's not about me. There is kindness in every creature, even in demons. They just forgot about it for some reason. You know, I was thinking, I tried sending the prayers to the demon lords, and I tried talking to demons in the street. But one of the demon lords lives right here in this city, Nocticula, right? What if I tried to talk to her? Not through prayer, but in person. You're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face, like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me to her, promise?
Godspeed.
I'll just hopefully having a conversation again with save over that. And your religion, 38.
Sorry. I did my best.
What's your bonus? 23? So you need... You need a 15. That's great. That's going to require too many rerolls. Incomprehensible scrawls have been inscribed on the wall, written in one of the countless dictates of the abyss.
Let us press on. We march ahead.
Battle Bliss Arena. Let's get this underway. Oh, out of curiosity, how long before my next level up? That's a ways away. Alright. You're late. Hello, Atrocious. Yes, I am. I spent a bit extra time over at visiting my bro in the hospital. Was not a pleasant visit. But anyway, enough of that. I'm here now. So, how are you? Whew. Say, is your GF's name Ashley? What? Why would it be Ashley? Oh, hold on. Before I even answer a yes or no to this, Atrocious asks if is your girlfriend's name Ashley. Before I answer anything in regards to confirmation or denial, I'm just curious. Why was the guess Ashley? I don't want to dox nobody. I'm not. It clues people in. Exactly.
It's
They'll
very
find you.
public.
Yeah. As soon as you give your real name out, it's over. They'll find out my name, my face, and everything. Yeah. Let's keep it that way. Huh? Just popped into my head. Okay. Well, I neither confirm nor deny the name of anyone I am in direct, contact with. All right.
Oh, so let's say where you're now. About to have
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
About
Oh yeah. Shortly after we moved in, I proposed. She said yes, so it went from girlfriend to fiance. I'm not good at announcing stuff. I'm not really great at selling the whole thing. Oh, hold on, let me see if I can say this again. So by the way, everyone, after we managed to get to the place, I'm not exactly entirely moved in, but before I finished getting all my stuff from my old place into here, I couldn't wait, and I got the engagement ring for my girlfriend, proposed, and she said yes. So she is currently my fiance. Um, is that a more enthusiastic announcement?
He's Dragoon is my fiance now, and I'm so excited about that.
I'm nice. Okay, there we go. And Trocius says congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. I don't think I'll make it to the wedding, but can you send me a card?
We're not having a wedding.
If I send you a card, you'll know where it's from and have the return address.
Actually,
And thus
you
I'll
don't
be
put a
done.
return address.
If I don't put a return address, sometimes if you don't put a return address, it doesn't get mailed out. That could work. Alright. But then Atrocious has to dox himself in some way by giving me his address.
Doesn't that happen whenever like he sends you stuff privately?
No, well, like he donated money to the stream, so I think I have
What
his
about
name.
their email? Can you call their email?
Okay, yeah, I think I can send something through email. Alright. Hello, Heimdall. Alright, let me go ahead and read this dialogue. A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually toward the demon surgeon. O master of stitches, artist of the scalp, and genius of the surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags, with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Hey, be careful. He'll dissect you in a heartbeat. You won't have any organs left by the time he's done with you. The young man gives you a sly wink and continues his conversation with the demon. Dude, if you're sending me an email, I at least want a wedding video. I'll see what I can do. But no promises. Alright. No, I would not say that my heart is free. Right now, it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grains of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or two of my time for something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful, smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. demon in a blood-spattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? The demon glances briefly at Rushale. I remember you. You used to fight here. Always demanded that I restore your skin to its original smooth, unblemished state. And you always tried to get a discount or ran away without paying. Well, it looks to me like you have an entirely new face. It's an almost perfect replica of your old one, but something has changed, something imperceptible. Who performed such subtle artistry on you? How much did you pay? Rushale glances at you with an enigmatic smile. I really have changed, Stitcher. You cannot begin to fathom the price I've had to pay for the transformation, but it happened without the help of a scalpel. The demon inspects Lan closely. Oh, what a curious specimen. Who stitched you up? That's an interesting horn. And those scales, look how they reflect the light. How much reptile is there inside of you? Can you climb walls? Or detect the changes of temperature outside? If I cut off your hand, will it grow again? The demon's clawed hands reach out toward Lan, seemingly of their own accord. I'm almost certain it won't grow again, but what about you? I hope your hands grow back, because if you don't keep them off me, you'll need a new pair. Who are you? I am the most important person in the Battle Bliss. I am a healer, or as they call me, a stitcher. They drag those poor bleeding fools from the arena so I can stitch them back together piece by piece. And I do mean that quite literally, since most of them are in pieces by the time they get to me. At first, I simply reattach the severed limbs of wounded fighters. Now, however, my methods are far more interesting. Demon graft. No. Someone from Nocticula's inner circle taught me the secret of grafting flesh. By combining the flesh of different gladiators, I create the strongest, craftiest, most talented fighters. Oh yes, in these chambers invincible gladiators are born. I am so close to achieving perfection. Soon my methods will produce better results than the Hendrian crystals. The cleric wrinkles his nose in disgust. He seems offended. This is not healing. It's some heinous mockery of it. A healer should restore a body to its natural and healthy state instead of turning it into something disgusting. He does the best he can to help his patients. Here in the Abyss, nothing can be done without pain, suffering, and violence, but he still helps others, even if his methods are cruel. His work saves lives. These fighters would die without him. Isn't that better than not helping them at all? Hendrian crystals? Hendrian crystals are something of a legend here in Lucianera. Almost no one knows what they actually are, or how to get their hands on them. It all started with a few demons here in the city. These demons suddenly became very powerful in a very short period of time. Their transformation happened almost overnight. According to the rumors, these demons received their incredible powers from the Hendrian crystals. Now all of Lucianera is crazy for these crystals. They're all anyone talks about these days. And all the merchants know that if you call your goods Hendrian, you can easily double the initial price of your wares. You're not a healer, you're a butcher. The healer smiles proudly. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I am indeed quite proficient with an axe and a cleaver. And of course, I am very good with the thin blade that I use for the dissection of the jugular vein. You know, not every specimen turns out to be viable, and I have such a soft, tender, and compassionate nature. I just can't bear to watch others suffer. Alright, I have to go. The healer turns his attention back to his work. He takes a severed limb from the pocket of his apron and begins to examine it carefully. Zeklex. The stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something was inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklex. I'm the arena steward. Ermengareth is the master of the arena, but I help him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or to participate in them? The tiefling has a surprisingly open and honest face. After all these demons, he looks strangely normal. The tiefling looks you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. It is unusual to see a master of divine magic in the arena, but unusual is good. It will set you apart and make you famous. Ermengareth. I remember a demon called Ermengareth. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag, and an imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large drooping ears, and stares at you with his huge unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. I want all of Evolutionary to know my name. I want you to arrange a match for me against your strongest gladiator. The tiefling falls silent. He looks as though he is calculating something in his head. Finally he responds, If that is truly your goal, you will have to defeat the current champion. If you kill Gelderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Gelderfang is a big deal here in Elutionera, and only members of the Nehindrian League, the elite gladiators of the Battle Bliss, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others just to entertain spectators? These creatures of the abyss, sow death and destruction in such a careless, casual manner. Seela grimaces. I know that our mission is important, and I know we can't allow ourselves to get distracted by feelings and emotions, but smashing skulls and eviscerating bodies just to entertain these evil creatures? Iomedae, it makes me sick just to think about it. But it is extremely difficult to join the League. You have to slay an active member and take their place, so if you wish to fight the champion, you will have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I will be able to find you a match against a more reputable opponent. Alright, not a demon. I've killed hundreds of demons. Why should I have to prove myself to anyone? The tiefling shrugs. I'm sure you fought your countless enemies back on Golarion, but this is the Abyss. No one cares. If you want the audience to respect you, you'll have to prove yourself in the arena. They won't take you seriously until you show them what you can do. Alright. Very well, I'll prove myself. I'll fight another newcomer. The tiefling nods respectfully. I'm glad that we've reached an understanding. I'd like to talk about Ermengareth. The imp pokes his head out of the bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused his curiosity. His sad, drooping ears perk up with excitement, and he stares at you with his big, round eyes. You wish to speak with Ermengareth? I'm afraid that's impossible. Ermengareth never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides. And Gelderfang is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without permission. Ermengareth believes that minimizing his contact with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. I'd like to know more about you. The tiefling smiles wryly and addresses the imp in his bag. You see, Crow? This is why we worked so hard to climb the ranks. We wanted to be important, and now look, this stranger wants to know all about us. I guess that means we're finally a big deal. Who are you? I'm the arena steward. My position is prestigious, but my success is hard-earned. My life has not been easy. I grew up on the streets of Elutionera. I was a street urchin, an orphan. I'm the result of an act of violence committed against a helpless slave woman. I've always been weak. I've always been surrounded by those who are bigger and stronger than me. All my life, I've had to rely on my wits to survive. Out on the streets, I scrounged around for food and tried to avoid becoming someone else's snack. Fortunately, I had someone to look out for me. The tiefling takes a small piece of dried meat and holds it close to the bag. Quick as a flash, a scrawny paw darts from the bag and snatches up the treat. Crow has been my companion for a long time. He is also my partner in business. Together we saved up our money one coin at a time. We made allies and sought out opportunities for advancement. We've worked hard to climb the ranks of society. In the beginning, our goals were simple. Never starve again, never live in poverty again, and never fear for our lives again. Trust me, those goals aren't easy to accomplish here in the Abyss. We have to be very influential in this city to achieve any of those things, but we've managed to make our goals a reality. In fact, we've been doing quite well for ourselves in Elutionera. What's your role here? Ermengareth is an artist, not a clerk. That's why I have so many responsibilities. I search for new fighters, I make fight charts, and arrange the fights so that the opponents are evenly matched. And of course, I organize all of the matches. Unfortunately, my master has a habit of interfering with my work. He's been very involved lately, and as a result, the fights have been terrible. The combat turns into meaningless carnage. There's no skill, no strategy involved. And of course, no one wants to place bets on fights like that. Everyone already knows who's going to win. They aren't even fights anymore. They're just public executions. That's also a form of entertainment, of course, but it's not what our audience wants. You don't look like you belong in the Abyss. The imp peeks out of the bag and the tiefling grins as he pats his companion's tiny little head. That's because I like to stay organized. When I was growing up, I made mental lists of all my possessions, my money, my enemies and allies, my schedule, and my goals. I was weaker than everyone else, and these mental calculations helped me to survive. It was the only advantage I had, the only way that I could gain the upper hand, and keeping lists became a habit. I found that it disciplines the mind and keeps my thoughts organized. I am an accountant by nature, and my ability to bring order to a place where chaos reigns has turned out to be a profitable skill. Who's that imp hiding in your bag? The tiefling smiles as a little creature peeks curiously out of the bag. It has big drooping ears, a small round face, and big round eyes that gaze at you curiously. This is Crow. He's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. Let's see. I have no idea how he wound up in the Abyss, but he's not had an easy time of it either. If our paths hadn't crossed, we'd both be dead by now. He's probably the only one I truly trust. The imp fidgets beneath your gaze, and finally darts back down into the bag to hide. Knowledge Arcana. Let's see, what was the one? 22. Oh wow, it was easy to pass that. It's impossible to fail. Alright. It is odd to see an imp, an infernal creature here in the abyss. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane of order and evil. Alright. Alright. Your imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the abyss? Zeklex looks at you with respect. It's nice to meet a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasit. Yes, Crow is a devil, though a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but at the same time, we met. At the time we met, he was extremely unwell. Staying in the abyss is not much easier for him than staying underwater would be for a mortal. So that's how I spent the first real money I managed to earn here, on this fine stolen-to-order bag. It's had magic symbols sewn inside it that makes its interior bearable for Crow. I have no more questions. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. Alright, I'd like to know more about the Battle Bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level, regular gladiators are on the next tier, followed by the members of the Hydrian League. The champion towers above them all, and the master of the arena stands on his shoulders like an omnipotent god. So how did you propose splitting courage also? Did you drop me, day, and rain? Tell me the story. Okay. So, not much of that. One day, you know, she was telling me how much she loved me, and I asked if she, and then, like, before I knew it, I asked if she would marry me.
What?
Okay, look.
What was the question?
The question was private, and I don't need, and you know, I don't need to worry about it. I'm gonna cover my hand over the text that said question. Stop it.
What? Babe.
What?
You know this is recorded, right?
Yeah, it's recorded, and also I like to keep in mind this is my channel. I get to talk to the audience how I choose.
I wanted to see what the question was.
The question.
Why can't I see the question?
The question is.
It's what?
You know, I don't really need to say it out loud. Oh, to you at the moment. This is an embarrassing question. Can we not? Okay. Alright, she's in the other room. She doesn't check the stream, so yeah, I can tell you now. Alright, so one day while we were sitting in, like, it wasn't the most romantic thing. What the hell? Don't sneak up on me like that. What the hell? Why'd you sneak up on me? Get away. Alright, I can hide this. There. You didn't see the question now.
I saw it.
No, you didn't.
So how does you propose? Do you want me to continue?
Forget it, fine. You know what, fine, you can say it with less embarrassment. Besides, it'll probably be more comedic if you say it the way. God damn it.
As in
Boundaries.
say the question out loud or answer? Oh. More convenient. Yeah, Tracy, after why you thought to ask him this question? You know how embarrassed he gets. Really try hiding it from me.
Yeah, failed miserably because you snuck up behind me after you pretended to go into another room.
I want to see the question.
You know what? Just check. Log in, create an account, and then check the stream. Ah, damn it. The story will stay a mystery until later notice.
What? I can't know the story?
You were there! You
Why
are
did
the...
you say the story will stay a mystery until later notice?
Alright, well, it stays a mystery to the rest of the world. It obviously doesn't stay a mystery to you, huh? Exactly, by the bro code in my head. Embarrassing and bro is what you do. God damn it, dude.
I am curious about the answer for what encouraged you to propose.
Okay, well. I'll just finish with this. Tell me more about what happens in the arena. The Battle Bliss is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand, fights are a big deal in Illusionera. They are the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment. But they are much more than that. These gladiatorial matches serve as a kind of ritual, a daily offering to the demonic way of life. And these daily offerings, these rituals, are performed in the Battle Bliss. In a way, it's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason this city is still standing. Without the Battle Bliss, the demons would have brought Illusionaria to ruins long ago. But instead of tearing down the city with their rage and their desire for slaughter, they come here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release. It allows them to satiate their lust for violence. Who runs this place? His name is Ermengareth. He is a Cambion. He was born in the Abyss as the offspring of an incubus and an immortal woman. Incubi are naturally persuasive, but Ermengareth's father was especially skilled at using his words to manipulate and control. Well, his son inherited his silver tongue. His ability to influence a crowd is unmatched. With just the sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators themselves. Seriously, you're lucky I wasn't there at the table the day you met. Because we'd have played a game of Have You Met Zero's name?
What?
It's okay, if it's basically he's saying that if he had been at the table or at the spot where we first met, he would have gone out of his way to say embarrassing stories and such about me the second we met to try to make me look as bad as possible.
I don't know what grade you are, or not to still
Aww. You said hard, but not impossible. I don't think I want to put Atrocious to the challenge.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I can't 100% guarantee if it'll be impossible. But I will test the embarrassing stuff. You might find embarrassing, but I might not. I might find it cool and funny and like you more.
Thank you. Okay. No, I would have just went up to her, pointed at you, and say, "Have you met Zero?" Wow. I don't know how that would work.
Walk up to me, point at you, and say, "Have you met Sarah?" What?
Apparently. Let's see. Alright. Who is the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by an incubus named Gilderfang. He is the deadliest of Ermengel's fighters and serves as his bodyguard. He is a true artist of death and destruction. Of course, there are other fighters in the Abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite and prolongs the agony and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fight into a spectacular show. He turns combat into a performance, and knows how to create a dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are only two things Gelderfang wants in life: pleasure and murder. They are his obsession, and he feeds that obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in Illusionera knows his name, and the audience yells it at the top of their lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. What is the Nahendrian League? It's an odd name, I admit, but it's in keeping with the latest trend. Nahendrian is a very popular word in Illusionera these days. The Nahendrian League is led by the arena's current champion, Gelderfang, and only the very best gladiators can become members. The fighters of the league belong to Ermengeleth, but not all of them are demons. Illusionera serves as a crossroads between multiple worlds, and fighters come from many different places to perform in the arena. I've heard of Nahendrian crystals. Do you get them if you're a member of the league? Zeklex gives you a faint smile. They'd like you to believe that, but no. The members of the Nahendrian League are no different than the Nahendrian booze vendor in the tavern or the Nahendrian whip supplier at the flesh markets. None of them actually have access to the crystals. I've heard that Nahendrian crystals contain immense power. Gelderfang would love to have one, and there are rumors that Ermengeleth promised him a crystal in exchange for his services as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Ermengeleth was lying. I'm sure even he knows how to get his hands on a Nahendrian crystal. I'm not even sure. I understand. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. I have to go. Zeklex bows respectfully. From the depths of his bag, you see a glint of large, curious, round eyes. Alright. Save. Let's see. I think I've gone on to the point where I don't think anybody's paying attention. I'll load this if it doesn't work out. Attack. Now it's your turn to be a gladiator. Zeklex clutches his bag to his body protectively. You notice that he is wearing a simple ring on his finger. Then he swiftly lifts it up to his lips. When he opens his mouth, his voice booms out across the arena. Reject the bliss of battle. This phrase must have been a password of some kind. Zeklex vanishes into thin air, and a stampede of spectators thunders toward the exit. You can hear the tramp of feet as the guards begin to close in around you.
I won't let you hurt my friends. Disappear. I finished here. Is there more?
Our path leads on.
Can't expect it worse. That wasn't bad at all. hold on. Alright, well, that was me trying to take the violent approach. Try to kill him. Alright, Zeklex clutches his bag protectively in one hand and extends his other hand to you placatingly. Please, let's avoid unnecessary violence. Fights should take place in the arena. I realize that I've provoked you to anger, and I am truly sorry. I assure you that I'll do everything within my power to remedy my mistake. Alright. I am ready to enter the arena. You're in luck. For the last couple of days, Ermengelef has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think you could play the part perfectly. Ermengelef may even give you a chance to earn a place in the Hendrian League. However, if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who is my opponent? The tiefling looks questioningly at the imp who is peeking out of the bag. The imp shrugs and waves his hand dismissively before disappearing again. Zeklex turns back to you. Some nameless newcomer. Will it be a fight to the death? Of course. Every fight must end in the death of a gladiator. It's the most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiators finish off their fallen opponents. They want to see spectacular death scenes and cunning coup de grace. Of course, some fighters survive the ordeal and can be pieced back together, but the tiefling gives you an appraising glance. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. I'm ready to enter the arena. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. This fighter is a nobody from nowhere, but if he survives, you'll all worship the ground he walks on. Today we have the dubious honor of welcoming to the arena Mendel of Golarion. Let's see what moniker he earns for himself, if he lives that long. And who will stand against them? Well, they may be small, but they are far from harmless. If you underestimate them, they'll bite your family jewels off. Okay, what is it? An outsized amount of spite wrapped up in a tiny ugly package. The Smug Mug's wild gang of methods. Bite your nose off, you Galarian scum. I am the wild and terrible Smug Mug. Tremble before me. Methods are not demons. We will soon know which of these two titans will emerge victorious. Fighters, commence battle. Alright. No.
I will not falter.
See, yeah, let's just use Storm of Justice and, oh wait, no, even better. Use this, Sword of Heaven. And then, open with Storm of Justice. Hmm? What the hell? Didn't hurt him? Okay, let's try.
Yes?
Ironically, because of the way her spells work, just chuck a fireball there. We have a winner. Oh, our glorious fighter. He emerges triumphant in this dangerous, violent conflict. Decorate the arena with Method Guts. Give it up for Mendel the Method Slayer. They're not hostile yet. I didn't realize they needed to be openly hostile for that spell to work. But thankfully, Fireball worked. Hey, who knows? Maybe someday he'll get a chance to fight against a member of the Nahindrian League. Once they start accepting methods into their ranks.
I will guide us.
All in all, nothing we couldn't handle.
A bright future awaits us.
Get on horse.
Godspeed.
Alright. Zeklex greets you politely. How can I be of assistance? I'm ready to enter the arena. I'm not here to complain. I'm afraid you will have to wait until I can find you a worthy opponent. However, you could use this time to assist me in a matter we spoke of earlier. Now would be the perfect opportunity for you to do what I asked. Okay. What did he ask? Oh, I have to demand explanations. I don't like being called the Method Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that is all that matters to Ermengarde. You'll remain the Method Slayer for as long as the audience finds it amusing. Is this your idea of a joke? Were you trying to humiliate me? Why did you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? Your conversation is interrupted by an eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the slur of his words, he's under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Ha! Look at that! That's the Method Slayer. Train hard, boy, and maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real dredge. Zaklex frowns in irritation. With astonishing speed, he produces a dagger from his sleeve and cuts the demon's throat in one swift, clean movement. The insolent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. He slowly sinks to the floor beneath the contemptuous gaze of his killer. The tiefling cleans his blade with what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss. His face is pale and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute, he mutters quietly to himself, and then he turns to you. Please listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done under Mingelist's orders. He came up with the brilliant idea to match you up against the Method. He thought the crowds would find it funny. I couldn't stop him. But I assure you, this will never happen again. Quick as a flash, Zaklex produces a gold coin from his bag and places it into your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation ark that is located near the battle bus. This is one of the privileges afforded to the arena's gladiators. I demand a proper fight. Zaklex closes the bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight for you, but first I need you to do me a favor. I'll arrange a match for you against the Flayer twins. However, they were supposed to fight someone else, so I'll have to find them a replacement. Unfortunately, we don't have enough decent fighters left in the arena. I would be very grateful if you could procure a new batch of gladiators for me. I will cover the cost, of course. We were asked to kill those little Methods, and we did. Now we are asked to do another bad thing. They do not see us as crusaders anymore. They see us as one of their own. Lan sighs heavily. How far will we have to go to complete this mission? Soon enough, we'll be guilty of all the same sins as the demons. Today we will kill to entertain them, but what happens tomorrow? Will we have to pray to the Lady in Shadow? Good, I will not become a slave trader. Zaklex frowns and exchanges glances with the imp as it peeks out of the bag. Why not? Does it violate your principles? This is the Abyss. Scruples won't do you any good here. In fact, I'd advise you to keep your morals on a tight leash if you want to survive. But fine, the Mosh do take them. I'll try to make sure your fight with the Flayer twins takes place as soon as possible. I'm ready to enter the arena. The steward looks slightly worried but nods. As you wish, it will be a difficult fight. This opponent is more dangerous than the last one you faced. So make sure you are fully prepared before you enter the arena. However, if you win this fight, you'll be one step closer to earning your place in the Hendrian League. Who's my opponent? The tiefling pats the bag absent-mindedly. A scrawny paw emerges and holds up two small fingers. Oh yes, the Flayer twins. A dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. They have a reputation in the arena, so defeating them will bring you honor and prestige. However, you should remember that their stage name was given to them for a reason. I am ready to enter the arena. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. He's defeated a formidable enemy, Smugmug the Method, but he wants more. Please welcome the Heartless Executioner from Galarian, Lindell the Method Slayer. So who will he fight today? I'll give you a hint. They'll get under your skin. Oh yes. One day they decided to get under a gladiator's skin, so they killed one, flayed him, and wore his skin as a suit. Meet the duo who makes all twins terrifying. Today they are going to dress themselves in the height of Galarian fashion, the Flayer Twins. At least that would be a hope. I'll make a pair of shoes out of you, you soft and spineless outsider. We'll see which contestants survive and which ones decorate the arena with their dead bodies. Fighters, commence battle. And again, they're not hostile, so I shouldn't use the one thing. Alright.
We'll make things right.
Throw a fireball.
Search for the beauty with
Do
your
you
heart,
have any
not
offensive
your eyes.
spells? Nope. Should really work on that.
Together we
Offensive
stand.
spell they give him. Let's see. This won't work. They have to be hostile. Do I have anything that will hurt them? Let's see, living is touch. Oh, I guess I could cast Spike Stones. No. Well, oh, right, here we go. Holy Smite. This should do it.
We won't fall here.
If this were a fair fight, it would have been born. But Ermengarth will never allow boredom in his arena. Alright. Maybe Wrath of the Righteous just doesn't work on non-demons. Oh, I didn't cast Wrath of the Righteous. I cast, where is it? Bolt of Justice, not Bolt of Justice. Here it is, Storm of Justice, which is just an AoE Bolt of Justice. Let's see. They're fine from that. I guess I'll cast Cleansing Flame. And that should be it. Don't need to cast any other spells. But for argument's sake, I'll cast the Controlled Fireball with it. Alright. You ruined my clothes. This suit used to be the skin of a replaceable demon. Blister, in your memory, I will wear your face as a mask. What's going on? Oh, the Flayer Twins are a duo no longer. Here's a new nickname. Alright, this one is not gonna last very long, so. So even any spell 2 want to cast? I guess Fire Sneak. And straight Bolt of Justice. Yeah, I'll cast Slave Living. This should work, right? There we go. What a heavy blow to Illusionaires' fashion scene, but what a magnificent fight. Despite my cunning schemes and despite the extensive experience of his rivals, the victory belongs to the Method Slayer. What do we got here? Cloak. Unidentified cloak, but I can guess. Toxic wrap. Immunity to acid. Makes the wearer. Also makes enemies sicken for landing a sneak attack once they make a fort save. Then there's all around defense. Whenever the wearer of this ring is 10 feet from the companion who wears the same ring, they both gain the back-to-back feat. So they both already have the back-to-back feat. They gain an additional +2 to AC. Alright. And last is the Armor of Vigilant Sprouts. +4 padded light armor. Whenever it's hit by a sneak attack or attack of opportunity, the attacker must make a reflex save or become entangled. 3 rounds. Alright. Now, let's see here. Can't wear rings, so that's out. I don't think there's any 2 characters I'd have wear these rings. None I can think of off the top of my head, anyway. Alright. These 2 are suffering from some penalties there. No one can really bet. Wait. What the? Excuse me? Hold up. That has to be a glitch, right? All my stuff is unequipped? What the hell happened? How'd all my gear get unequipped? Okay, that's weird. Huh. Part of the cunning scheme. Oh! No one else got unequipped, but okay. That makes sense, though, at least. It sucks, but it makes sense. Yeah, here's the belt I was using. Belt of Demonic Shadows. Steady Finger. Cloak of the Ancient Herald. I remember wearing this. Yes, I had the amulet I had was from Winter Sun. Yeah, here it is. The one that powers up the ward spell. Goggles of Pure Sight. Where's the headgear? Here it is. The Blazing Crown. And then what was the other ring I had equipped? It wasn't the Ring of Devastating Rush. No. Bane the Flesh. I don't think that was it. I know it wasn't this water ring. Oh, here it is. I gave him Earth Unleashed because of the front of it. Claws of the Sacred Beast. No. Oppressor's Gloves. I think it was this. remember. Alright, so that's it for the accessories I had. Now for the armor. I believe it was the silver robe. Yep. And for armor, was it this full plate spell nullified? Yeah, pretty sure it was that. Yeah, it was definitely that. Then I was wielding the blind light relic. Is there a better... no. Alright. No better harness for the horse. And now to choose a sword. It was gonna be a scimitar, obviously. Type. Okay, I thought the scimitars would all be lined up together, but apparently not. So, no sorting. I'll just search scimitar. Alright. See, Rupturing Storm, +4. That does fire damage, kind of useless in your cane dagger. Oh, goodness. Wait. Do I have improve, like, critical? Yes, I do. Oh, but that I do, but for touch spells. Okay. So it would help me if I use the keen sword. Thundering Keen +2. Or useless. Not keen, but... Alright, being able to crit on a 15 to 20 is pretty nice. Shouldn't be. That should be fine. For anything else. Dialogue. Nope. Oh, hold on.
I stand ready.
The goddess protects us.
What's wrong with you again? Confused for 3 seconds.
I will see this through.
Does Sin Eater deal with negative levels? Let's see. Nope. Alright. This doesn't deal with. Slow permanent ability drain. Nope. I think I have some spells, several spells from being an angel. Wall of Light, Waves of Ecstasy, nope. None of these. Primal Regression, Inspiring Recovery. I'm pretty sure there's one of these angel spells actually can heal negative levels. Was it Cleansing Fire? Nope. Okay. Never mind then. I'll just use the easiest one. Oh, where is it? Greater Restoration. On... see, Socio, and another on Command.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Swords, force. Force. Alright, anything else? Oh man, you still got con damage.
Let us
But
not
we can
hesitate.
deal with I can deal with that a lot easier. That penalties is anyone suffering? Still more con damage. Okay.
Magnetic Turios.
What about you? Nope. Jeez, how much con damage do you have?
Magnetic Turios.
Fine. Save. Alright. Zeklex. A fight in the arena was far from fair. Care to explain? The imp squeals angrily as he tries to get out of the bag. Zeklex holds the bag shut, fighting to keep his belligerent companion inside. I swear, it was Ermengelus' idea. As you should already know, he is not a fan of fair fights. I regret that you've been caught in his trap. However, you held up well. You've got talent. I may be able to arrange a match for you against a serious opponent. Maybe even the champion. Attack. Liar! Yeah. Alright, he does again. Reject the list of battle, and then he disappears. There's no fight the second time around. He just ditches. All right. Go back in, and they're all back. Every single lying scoundrel there. All right. Exactly. So how can I be of assistance? I want to challenge the strongest fighter in the arena. Things don't work like that around here. Gelderfang only fights members of the Nahendrian League, and a fight with him is a big deal. After his last incident, Ermengelus strictly forbade him from entering the arena without permission. Gelderfang is his bodyguard, after all. So if you want to fight the champion, you'll have to join the Nahendrian League. And there's only one way to do that, by killing another member of the League. But fighting a member of the League is a privilege. You have to earn the right to face them in battle. Now I might be able to help you on that front, but first you'll have to do me a favor. I want you to give a gift to the current champion. I'd like to send him the most beautiful succubi from the 10,000 Delights. I need you to make a deal with him and convince them to provide their services to Gelderfang. If you do this, Gelderfang will be happy for me to arrange a fight between you and the League fighter without delay. If you want to buy whores for Gelderfang's amusement, do it yourself. Zeklex frowns in disappointment. Really? That's a shame. However, I won't insist. I'll go ahead and start making the arrangements for you to fight against a member of the Nehindrian League. I am ready to enter the arena. I hope you came prepared. The members of the Nehindrian League are formidable opponents. Astelm, your next opponent, has claimed the lives of over 100 of her opponents. She has also been slain in the arena on 3 separate occasions. However, she never stays dead. It's quite mysterious, but she always comes back to life, ready to fight in the battle just once more. Who's my opponent? The imp scowls and covers his face with his hands. He peeks out from between his tiny fingers as if he is wearing a mask. The tiefling glances at his... Alright. The tiefling glances at his familiar and then nods. Atselm will be your opponent. She is a very dangerous member of the Nehindrian League, but she is a bit of a mystery. She used to work for the Assassin's Guild, and no one knows why she left. She is swift, deadly, and violent. But most importantly, she is extremely hard to kill. Stay on your guard against her. Earning your membership in the Nehindrian League will not be easy. I'm ready to enter the arena. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss, but better still, slay all your opponents and return alive and victorious. Alright. Now he wants a place in the Nehindrian League. This is Mendel the Method Slayer. The Nehindrian League proudly presents its fighter. You all know her, you obsess over her, and you all fear her. We've enjoyed her hundreds of victories in the arena, and 3 times we've enjoyed her defeat and painful death. But every time she has come back from the dead, an artist of suffering, at some thrice killed. Cut your eyes fasten you can breathe. The winner of this fight will be granted membership in the Nehindrian League, and the other will die, or in the case of Atselm, not die. We will have to find out. Fighters, commence battle. Alright, let's see here.
Our time has come.
We're not gonna spend too much time on this. Cast Fortress of the Faithful. And cast what's it called? Ward Against Weakness.
Defeat is not an option.
That's great. It's this point is predicted. Takes a time for it to
Just a little more. These magics should be used
Can't
in other
help
ways.
itself. Can't believe my eyes. It's like that son's nickname. He changed from 5 skill to 4 times. Serena, I'll be back. I always come back. This is not the end. Can't believe my eyes. It looks like Axom's hit me. This can't be happening. The Nahendrian League's fighter is down. The fearsome Axom has fallen. Long live the newest member of the Nahendrian League. Ermengelov solemnly raises his hands for silence. His eyes sweep across the arena before coming to rest on you. There's a sly look on his face, and he gives you a cheerful wink before quickly resuming a pompous and dignified expression. He turns back to the crowds, and his voice booms out over the arena. Behold the newest member of the Nahendrian League. He is invincible, bloodthirsty, violent, and cunning. It's Mendel, the Method Slayer, glory and death. The crowd goes wild. Demons climb over one another, trying to get a better look at you. The roar of the spectators grows so loud you can feel it in your bones. The audience is utterly enthralled. They look at you in wonder and worship you as if you're a god. Richelieu's whisper is barely audible. Glory and death. That is the battle cry of Doom Madman. How many times have I heard it? How many times have I shouted it while standing in the arena? I run from what I have done. I run as fast as I can, but even the smallest thing can remind me of my past. Then it all comes flooding back, and I remember all the terrible things I've done. See. Good. You love this, don't you? You dirty cowards. You're too scared to enter the arena yourselves. You just want to watch others get killed. You are all disgusting, pathetic filth. The crowd goes wild. They erupt into a violent frenzy and with angry taunts and screams. It seems as though the spectators find your defiance more entertaining than eloquent words and brave speeches. Ermengelov lays his fat hand on your shoulder with exaggerated friendliness. This gladiator is no longer an unknown fighter, a loner without a place to belong. For his valor and courage, Mendel will receive a collar of the Nahendrian League. From now on, he is the precious property of the Battle Blitz. I am pleased to tell you that I have personally taken this worthy warrior under my wing. Look out, champ. Ermengelov pats you on the shoulder again, and as he does, the world around you fades to black. Item received, Nahendrian League collar. Because we had the very useful and helpful, servant of Iomedae to save me. He had my back. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Hey, that's enough fooling around. You have more methods to defeat. Ermengelov looms over you. The arena master's massive, bloated torso wriggles wildly as he bursts into a fit of maniacal laughter. As the Cambion howls in amusement, you realize that your neck feels stiff. You reach up a hand and discover that you are now wearing a jewel-studded metal collar. The hand's voice is filled with sorrow and remorse. I've let you down, champion. That fiend has taken you captive, and I was unable to stop him. I could not perceive his motives through the veil of insanity that shrouds his damaged mind. I knew we were in the abyss, a place where you can't even trust your own shadow, but I failed to be vigilant. Well, what's done is done. Stay strong. We will find a way to free you. You out of your mind? You know what? No. Mendel doesn't talk like that. I expect an explanation. Ermengareth grins. What did you expect? You were so desperate to join the Nahindrian League, now you're a member. Did you think I'd let you wander around the Lucianera and risk your ass out on the streets? Well, think again. I don't want anyone to slit your throat and leave you bleeding to death in some back alley. A death without any spectators? Absolutely not. No, when you die, the crowds will be screaming from the stands. That's a promise. The Cambion points to your collar with a smile. Please accept this small gift with my compliments. It will guarantee your safety. This collar will make sure you do not leave the Battle Bliss. I don't want you out looking for trouble on the streets. It will also prevent you from picking fights with other gladiators outside the scheduled fight times. It would be so wasteful if you started killing one another outside the arena. The crowds would miss out on all the action. No, there will be a time and place for fighting, but here, you can experience other kinds of entertainment. You'll enjoy all the pleasures accorded to a new star in the arena. The best food and drink, the most passionate succubi, and throngs of adoring fans. You'll love being my property, I promise. I see. Ermengareth smiles slyly. Once you get a taste of all the pleasures the Battle Bliss has to offer, you'll never want to leave the arena again. Where are my companions? Ermengareth sounds distracted. Your companions? Ah yes, there was a group of Galarians who came looking for you, but I gave the guards strict orders to keep them away. Are they your slaves? Forget about them. You won't need them anymore. I own the best slaves in the Lucianera, and they are all at your disposal. Free me now. The Cambion bursts into a fit of hysterical laughter. Oh, how I wish I could make you really angry right now. I'd love to watch you destroy everything, but now is not the time or place. You'll just have to accept that from now on, you will live here, just like all the other members of the Nahindrian League. Only the champion is allowed to leave the arena, because everyone thinks he is invincible. No one wants to pick a fight with someone who can't die. That's why the champion can do whatever he wants. Ermengareth looks at you with a sly smile. Perhaps you would like to fight Gelderfang. If you take his life and title, you can walk free. The chance to become the champion, why, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. Too bad you won't survive. Take this color off. Take off this color right now. You don't know who I am, do you? You've made a big mistake. The demon winks at you. You do realize that you're not my first obstinate guest, don't you? Some of the creatures who have worn my colors once aspired to become demon lords. Trust me, I am very prudent. My colors are designed to restrain all manner of creatures. Not even a Balor could escape. Attack. You can't control me. The collar makes a quiet clicking sound and a wave of heat courses down your neck. Your vision blurs for a moment, and when it returns to normal, you find yourself back in the place where you first regained consciousness. Ermengareth throws back his head and laughs. The tears flow down his cheeks, but he can't seem to regain his composure. I find you so fascinating. You have such a ferocity of spirit. You know you can't hurt me, but that doesn't stop you from trying. I can't wait to present you to the arena. The audience will love your rebellious defiance. We'll put on a spectacular performance. I'll be the arena master who always gets his way, and you'll be the gladiator who refuses to accept defeat. It will be magnificent. The crowds will go wild. It won't work. I'll find a way. You know what? No. Now I can fight Gelderfang. Excellent. You are not afraid. I can see it in your eyes. This is going to make for wonderful entertainment. Gilderfang hasn't had an opponent like you in a long time. Normally, everyone he fights is scared to death of him. The preparations for the fight won't take very long. Get some rest. Work out and enjoy every pleasure you can afford, because all of this will be over soon. You'll become a legend, a dead legend. This collar reminds me of the seal we broke back in Dresden. If I try to break it here, its powers will be unleashed and the collar will likely kill you. I don't want to risk that. I don't want to take that risk, at least not right now. Let's only consider that option as a last resort. For now, you should try to stay calm. Be vigilant and look for opportunities to escape. I'm certain you'll find a way to get free. I think we're done here. Good. Get some rest and restore your strength. The healer will mend your wounds, and Zeklex will take care of your other needs. Alright. We are at time, so I'll continue this later. For now, everyone, thank you for joining me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Hopefully I'll be on time tomorrow.